So we're going to do bike setup. The first thing to remember with bike setup is that there are lots of different setup positions that you can do. These bikes are great because they adjust in all different angles. The seat height goes up and down, the seat goes forward and back, the handlebars go up and down, and the handlebars go forward and back. Not all bikes have the forward and back adjustment here. Most of the other ones will have handlebar height and seat height. Most of them will also have the seat forward and back. It's good to know, be able to dial all of those in to get the best fit for you. We usually start with the seat height. So this one's really low. It's just a little handle. Every bike is a bit different. This one, you can just pull out the handle at the back and slide the seat up and down, and then it's got an index clip. Some of them are, you have to actually crank them down. This one you don't have to. If you find it's a bit loose, you can tighten it so it really locks it in, but usually I just keep it undone a little bit so you can easily adjust it.
How do you tell how high to put it for
I'll explain that right now. So getting on here, we want to find, there are a couple different ways. Sometimes you'll see if you put your heel on the pedal at the bottom of the pedal stroke, your knee is going to be essentially straight with your hips level. So this would be one notch too low for me. And one of the things with the indexed is it's in this increments this high. So you might find one's a little too high, one's a little bit too low, but you get it as close as you can. So if I put my heel here, that's going to be pretty close. The other way is to put the ball of your foot on the pedal, like if you were clipped in with a shoe, that's where the attachment point would be. And at the bottom of the pedal stroke, I want a slight bend in the knee. Okay. Once I start pedaling around, so I'm going to say that's probably a little lower seat height than I'd want it to be. I'm going to try and go up one more notch. And so if I go to here, that's getting closer. And when I say foot at the bottom, your foot should be flat. A lot of people ride like this. You want your foot flat and with just that slight bend in the knee. So that's a little bit better seat height for me. The next adjustment we're going to do is seat forward and back. So after I've been sitting, I go to here with one pedal forward, one pedal back. Now if I look and drew a line from the back of my kneecap, it should go vertical through the pedal spindle. So right now I'm a bit in front of the pedal spindle, so I'm going to bring the seat back just a touch to get to here. So now if I line that up, that's probably still a little in front. There we go, that's better. Now the next one is handlebar height. This is more personal preference. Some people like to be more in an upright riding position. Typically the more of a beginner rider you are, the higher the handlebars would be. As you get more comfortable and get into a better riding position, you look at the race bikes, the handlebars are actually much below the seat height. So if I want to drop it down, I pull this out. Hold on. This one slides up and down, and that's actually the lowest this one would go. So you can pull it way up high. So it's like riding a beach cruiser. You'd be up here. This opens things up a bit more, particularly in the hips. If people have tight hips, they're going to not be as comfortable being down here, and it might get their low back into a poor position. I'm going to drop it down a little bit. Now, once I'm down at the right height that I want, then the next thing I want to do, and if you look from the side, this line from my back to my arm should be at 90 degrees. Right now I'm a bit below or compressed. If I went out to here, that's going to be a better position. So what I'm going to do is actually move the handlebars out a bit so I can get into this position here or here and be in that 90-degree position. Once I'm in that, that's a much more comfortable riding position. It allows you to keep the posture, you can connect the core, keep your hips in a good position, and still get power into the legs. Now, if you don't have cycling shoes, slip your feet into here, crank this up. This is going to allow you to actually create power through the entire pedal stroke. I'm going through here, most people just push down, we call it mashing the pedals. But what we want to do is actually think of bringing the heel across the bottom and then driving the knee up. You're always going to push hard down, but if you can add hamstrings into it, hip flexors and core into it, you're going to get much more power in that pedal stroke. And then when we combine both legs, that's where you almost, we call it creating circles with your feet. And technically your feet do go in circles, but we want to create power through the whole circle. If you have clips, it's that much easier. You just clip in to the back here, and then you're going to be able to create that power through the entire pedal stroke. Questions?
Lots to read.
Lots to remember, yes. Now you have a video.